Good evening. She says she's bullish on Ghana but warns that big business cannot survive without small business. My guest today is a management consultant who says there cannot be development in Ghana without a middle class. She says the human factor must be the focus, and an attitude of out with the old and in with the new can take Ghana places. But how is it all supposed to happen? And how should we change what we must change? Vicky Cooper, warm welcome to Time with David.
Thank you, David.
Vicky, you are an African American. You could be living in America doing great things. Why are you concerned about Ghana?
I'm concerned about Ghana because I have, I guess, a heart for Africa. But Ghana in particular right now, because of the opportunities that are here. I could be doing great things in America. I can be doing great things in Ghana.
There's much more opportunity in America, isn't there?
I don't necessarily think that there's a lot more opportunity in America. America now, the economy is slow. They're getting 2% returns. In Ghana, investments are getting 15, 20% returns. So if you look at it that way. But at the same time, there's so much opportunity. There's so much growth. There's so many, there's so much that can be done, not only in Ghana, but in Africa.
What is the strength of West Africa?
The strength of West Africa is the strength of its people. West Africans have a fortitude, an ability to survive, and to pull themselves together and continue. I mean, you've seen the history of Ghana. You've gone through a lot, but the people have continued. They've pulled themselves together and continued.
But West Africa has also got war, left, right, center. That's not a good thing.
It's not a good thing. But what the people have been able to do is to see that once it's over, they shake it off and try and start again. They're not giving up hope.
Has Liberia started again? Doesn't seem to me like it started again. Let's talk about Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone has an interesting situation, which is very frightening and also offers hope. The frightening part about Sierra Leone, which is a frightening part about Bosnia and Rwanda, is that there's something in us. What caused people to do these things to other people?
Exactly.
And we all have that somewhere in us, and we don't know what could bring it out.
We in Ghana as well.
Everybody. Everybody has it.
Everybody can be a beast at some point in time.
Everybody can be a beast, because we have been able to see people. I've seen people that I know who have become seemingly beast. And I don't know what happened. And I don't know if they know what happened. But it's in us as humans. And we don't know the condition. And it frightens. It frightens, particularly in a place like Sierra Leone or Liberia or Ghana.
Let's talk about women. Are women making the contributions that they must make?
No, they're not.
Why
because not? Society, as much as I love Africa, society and traditions are marginalizing 50% of our populations and workforce. Women are not encouraged traditionally in the rural areas, in the urban areas, to contribute.
Hasn't that changed? Isn't that changing?
It's changing.
Rapidly.
But no, it's not rapid. We may see it in Accra. We may see it in our capitals. But in the rural areas, the girls are struggling. They're struggling to be able to not be married off at 12 and given up on. When they leave SSS, they're written off to have babies. They are marginalized completely. And if our children, the women are the ones who are nurturing our children, if they're being raised by functional illiterates half their life, and then we give them to their fathers, what do they have? It's necessary that we encourage the women to continue. Because
How? Can we, is there a way that government can intervene in a central way and say within the next 10 years I will do this? Because this subject has been around for a long time. I mean...
Yes, and it has been around for a long time.
We could be saying the same things 10 years from now.
We could be. We could be. But I think as it relates to the girl child, and not only girl child, women, because as you move out into the workforce, women are discouraged. The mothers discourage them from continuing in a profession once they marry. It says we will insist that the girls go to school. It's not optional anymore.
It's all over the place.
It is all over the place.
The girl child going to school. It's a big thing.
It's a very big thing. But we must get the girls off the street, selling whatever they're selling to etch a life.
Is that realistic? They must survive.
They must
The family must
survive.
first survive before it can invest in education.
It must, but the focus must be, we have to have a view for development. So these go together. And if we see that our development is a critical part of our human capacity, 50% of it is being marginalized. Therefore, in prioritizing how you're going to develop, it's necessary, just as expanding small enterprise, we must expand the capacity of women to be able to contribute. Because women then, as has been proven, get small loans, they run the small businesses, they have the kiosks, they sew, they do things to generate the income. When they're generating the small-scale income, they're reducing poverty because their children are going to school, they're being fed, they're being taught what their mothers know.
And you're saying not enough of them are doing that now?
Not enough.
Really? When you see them all over the place with kiosks all the time, the women doing something?
It's not enough because we're only looking at Accra. When we move outside, the story differs.
Vicky, you said earlier on, let me just go back to that, you know, part of this is society and tradition. What is it about tradition that it can change, can't it? Isn't it supposed to evolve? What is it about tradition that makes it continue to play such a negative, if you like, role in development in these parts?
Because we hold on to it.
Why? There must be a reason.
Because it's what we know. If we haven't been exposed through education, through appropriate television communication to see things positive, different, that it can impact our lives and change our condition, then we hold on to the things that have been there forever. And we hold on to them as if they're sacrosanct, when in fact they're not. And when we hold on to them, and our mothers don't know that we should change them, they pass them on to us. And as they pass them on, we don't know why we do them. We just hold on, and they hold us back.
And the way to do new things and stop doing the old things that don't take you forward is what?
It's exposure. The way to
exposure to what?
It's exposure to a new way of doing things. It's exposure to saying...
Foreign?
No, local. It's local because the people outside of Accra and in different parts of Accra do things differently. Hygiene is life. Clean water is life. But if you are living and have lived in a community where you always had half clean water and the children always die and be sick from waterborne diseases, you don't realize that in a different part of Accra, all the water that runs is clean.